Arcaneandstellar. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. So we're going to be looking at the question in this reading. So this is a timeless pick a card reading, and we are looking at the question, what success is growing behind the scenes? So what kind of success is emerging in your life soon? So these things are already kind of taking place. Maybe some of you aren't aware of them yet, but you soon will be, right? Everyone's going to have a little bit of a different timeline, but hopefully we'll get that strong message across. So we have 4 different groups to choose from. We have group number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I, of course, encourage you to pick with your intuition. That's going to be more accurate readings. And yeah, so take a moment if you need to, a deep breath. The timestamps will be down below. So if you choose number 1, 2, 3, or 4, you'll find that there will be a timestamp for when that group begins. So anyway, I want to thank you all for all the sweet messages you've sent. I don't know if some of you have missed that update. I had like a little bit of a difficult time lately because I had COVID, and then as well my sister passed away, and it was my second sibling in it, like since last year, because last year I also lost a sister as well. So it's just been kind of a rough time for me, and I wasn't feeling motivated, I'll be honest. I just got kind of down, and usually I'm like the Energizer Bunny but I think this is just like, I don't know, it's just been like when you feel like it's just one thing after another. That's kind of how this year's felt for me, just with challenges constantly. And yeah, I think I'm going to get out of it pretty soon though. But anyway, I'm back, so that's a big thing. And I'm not going to hopefully skip out too bad. I was just behind on personal readings as well, and so I was trying to catch up on those, prioritize those before I came back to the channel, you know what I mean? So anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you, like I said, for the messages of support, the ones who sent packages. Like some of you sent packages, it was really sweet. And I like I said, I have so many people to get back to still. So anyway, lots of love to each and every one of you. Let's go ahead and get started. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 1, we've got some selenite. Sorry for my ugly, well, they're not ugly nails, they're just my natural nails. I took off my dip powder because I just wanted to let them kind of come back. They've just had dip powder on them for so long. I'm just like, I want to be natural for a while. I don't want to worry about my damn nails. So does anyone feel me? Do you ever get like that if you get your nails done and you're just like, I need just to have my natural nails? That's kind of how I feel right now. Anyway, so let's see. What kind of success is growing behind the scenes for you? So we've got Enchanted Fern Grotto, Refuge. So to me, refuge speaks of security, of safety. This can be a more private world that you're in. It might mean that you're taking a little bit more time to yourself. I love how she's kind of gazing up at this ball, and the ball holds, it looks like a unicorn. And so it's kind of like looking at magic in your life, maybe rediscovering your dreams, especially. That might be a message for some of you, that if you take some time to yourself, you're going to be much more prone to really developing new hopes and dreams, having inspirational ideas, and so on and so forth. Very, very nice. We also have focus. Ooh, okay. Stimulate. Okay, so this is interesting. We have thinker and the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. So stimulate and focus have such a similar vibe, don't they? It's almost like a lot of you might actually be, and if you're not in this energy yet, I think this will actually be coming. I think there could be some more activity getting done. I feel like a lot of you, part of what the success growing behind the scenes has a lot to do with you taking action. Because we have the thinker as well. By the way, we have 44 and 22. Interesting. So maybe some synchronistic numbers for some of you. We also have 36 and 16. 9, of course. But yeah, wow. So we definitely have a more focused energy and feeling a lot more stimulated. This might be about making some grand changes in your life in terms of your security. This could be that you guys are having wonderful ideas in regards to career ideas, financial ideas, things that increase basically your security in general. And that's funny because refuge, I was kind of talking about security. I feel like a lot of you are actually going to be much more inwardly focused, but it's on outward goals. Do you know what I mean? Like there will be outward results with this. It's like sort of like, I feel like a lot of you are actually going to be kind of like shutting out the world a bit and just getting busy is what I feel like. And that's sort of what's going on behind the scenes. It's like if you feel like there's been any sort of stagnancy, I really feel as if that's going to be, like melting away. Sorry. I really feel like it'll be melting away, and you will start to develop some new habits, new focuses in your life that are really healthy and beneficial to you and actually have great potential results. If you feel like you've already kind of been on that road where you've been very stimulated, very focused, and you've kind of been living this, you're going to start to see the fruition of what you've been doing. So you're going to start to see the results, whether it's tangible in terms of money or success or recognition, whatever you're kind of aiming for with whatever you've been focused on. Okay? Success is going behind the scenes for group number. We have a younger man. We also have a fair man. And we have the Tower. Solid foundation, success with effort. That's interesting because of the foundational part of it. With the Refuge, again, I kind of was getting this feeling of security. So your security is increasing. We do have two men showing up here, so they may somehow be important. The younger man could talk about someone with a younger age than you. With the fair man, of course, somebody with blonde, gray, or white hair. Or again, maybe just a fair type of person. We also have Scales, keep your life in balance. We have celebration, fun, and enjoyment. And the Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you as well. So again, that's so funny, the Nest and Refuge. I definitely feel like a lot of you are creating a more stable home life or a more comfortable home life in some way. Again, family might be more of a focus in the near future, or maybe there's some sort of good that's going to come out of it for you and your family. So for those of you that are really working towards something hard, especially for your family in some way, or with the aims of like helping your family, wow, it's definitely going to be coming through for sure. Of course, that might not be for all of you, but yeah. And that's another thing too with balance. If there's been imbalances, I feel like especially if you've been overly stimulated. I can relate to that myself sometimes because I do have like ADHD or whatever. And so I can get really overly stimulated and then the energy actually goes nowhere, but I have full of excitement, but then I'm having a hard time focusing that excitement. So it's like I'll do like 25 things at once and I get 0 things done. You know what I mean? So if anyone has felt like that by chance, I feel like your life will come back in balance where you are getting things done. Sorry, hold on. I still have a little bit. I didn't really get much of a lung thing with COVID, but it's weird. I'm coughing now, but I didn't cough when I had it. Anyway, Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. I do feel like, again, there's a lot of good times, particularly with the fair man in particular. There might be some sort of man that you might be having a really good time. Maybe there's some sort of celebrations coming up, that sort of thing. I want to say also, if there is such a man in your life, for some of you, it really can be that you're going to have a more good time with this person. Maybe things will improve or something like that. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 1. Let me see if there's anything else. Where did my other deck go? Yeah, there's definitely a letting go of, oh yeah, ooh. Letting go of obstacles, problems, moving towards a more secure life. I feel like a lot of you are actually, the success that's kind of growing is like security in the wake of destructive things. So it's like maybe if there's been some sort of endings or losses or problems or difficulties in your life, I really feel like there's a more secure base coming for you. Like you're turning into a more secure person, or somehow there's a sense of security coming through here. Especially if you dealt with any sort of betrayals or things like that as well. For some of you, you might be very focused on work and seeing results, tangible results there. Feeling a little bit more maybe financially secure for some of you. And sort of like, you know, cutting away at things that don't really serve you anymore as well. So yeah, I feel like one of the big things for you is really the fact that there is a more solid foundation. There is security. That's what I really feel though the most, is that it's like if you felt like things have been a bit delicate lately or in the past or right now, there's a change there. It's like where you start to feel like it's not so delicate, you're not so fragile, you won't break easily. You can literally feel more secure in general in your life, is what I sense. And that's partially the success coming through. I think too, if you're focused on something right now or you're feeling really stimulated by an idea, of course this could be also a spiritual message coming through that lets you know, hey, keep doing that thing, okay? Keep following that passion. Okay, let's see. Anything else coming through? Woo. Flexibility. Yeah, that's interesting with the scales. Keep your life in balance and flexibility. That might mean that you're not going to feel so hardcore about something. Like maybe you're going to feel a little bit more flexible about something. A little bit more security in yourself even. And maybe that's something you're working on, so it will therefore make you more flexible. Somehow it feels like one of the biggest messages coming through for me here is that there's going to be a sense of inner security and outer security that really provides more flexibility. And that's where flexibility often comes from, because we're secure. Do you know what I mean? Like so we can be flexible with ourselves. And so that's what I'm seeing. I really, really hope that this reading was interesting, and hopefully it brought some answers to you. If you have any pick a card readings you'd like to see on the channel or any topics, please let me know. And I wish you all the very, very best. I hope you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen group number 2 here with this Howlite, this is your reading. So, what kind of success is growing behind the scenes? What kind of success will emerge soon in your life? Let's find out. So we have got elves, playfulness. So to me, of course, this makes me think of a sense of playfulness. Maybe feeling a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more optimistic. There could be more jokes and laughter and humor around you in the future. And just a general sense of lightheartedness, youthfulness as well, hope. Those are words I'm getting. We also have change, as well as blessed. And we have the Queen of Swords. Wow, okay. So this is really showing that your perspective is shifting. I also feel like somehow you're going to be speaking with a bit more authority, yet still kind of maintaining that playful attitude as well. We definitely have blessings coming through because of the blessing. Let me see what else we can kind of manage to get. There are changes coming. And there'll be changes according to... We have January showing up. Maybe some Capricorns or Aquariuses. Oopsie. Okay, so I'm just going to pull these up here. So we have the claw, the teapot, and the basket, as well as the cane, the lightning, and the horseshoe. So the claw can say, be careful, do not take risks. We also have deep friendship with someone of the same sex. We also have recognition, reward for merit. We have pay attention to your health, control your anger, or you'll be sorry, and good luck. So what I feel here is if you have had some sort of emotional reactions, angry reactions, you might find that these sorts of energies are passing. So if you have felt a little bit more emotional or reactive, that might be something that's going to be fading away from you in the near future. I feel like there's some really good luck coming through, though. I do feel that as well. we have that recognition, reward for merit. So I feel like some of you may be getting a gift of some kind, or again, there is some sort of sense of recognition. So it feels like you guys are in some sort of percolating stage for some recognition. So there might be a gain in popularity or being seen by a person at work, or somehow recognition comes into play here. We also have friendship highlighted as well. It's so funny. I'm shuffling and I got the change card. And we have a change card right here as well. So certainly there are changes happening behind the scenes. We have a change of residence, partner, career, job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of a change, and that is exactly what is coming your way. So wow, we do have some really positive changes coming through. With be careful, do not take risks. That's interesting, because I feel like actually the thing about it is that someone's ringing my bell. Oh my God, the change card came out again. What the heck? 1 second, I'll put it back. So yeah, it seems like a lot of you might be really changing your residence, changing something in your career. I want to say that there should be really good stuff. And then I also feel like, as well with the change, I can see like, we could see changes in friendships. This could be that you're more discerning towards who you let close to you. Here with the teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex might be for some of you, one change that's coming in, or is that actually there's a woman coming into your life, that maybe there's going to be a really good deep friendship there as well. Maybe some of you are moving away from somebody negative. I don't know here, because we do have that control your anger. You'll be sorry. Again, maybe there's some sort of change here. Maybe it's all a blessing in disguise if you've had problems with someone in particular. Maybe you're going to be a little bit more selective about who you let into your life or let close to you. That might be a change. And behind the scenes, it's like, this is because it's creating new opportunities. Look at that. A stranger is about to change your life. Holy smokes. That's what I said. Yeah, a stranger is about to change your life. Exciting times and plenty of action, plus a special family reunion looks likely. So we could see as well a more, like, good changes around the home as well. And maybe like, yeah, family reunion or getting together with family, maybe some sort of trip with family for some of you as well. And then, yeah, that stranger is about to change your life. So I think that there's somebody coming in that you actually could have a really great friendship with and all of that. Let me ask actually a little bit about this control your anger card. I'm kind of curious about what that is kind of representing. So let's take a peek. Okay, what's about this control your anger or you'll be sorry? Okay, we see the fiery emotions with the Queen of Wands, perhaps. Quite reactive energy. Try to take any anger that you can and channel it not into a burden, but into your own success. And that's just maybe some advice here. And again, it might be also that you're feeling anger as well could sort of turn into more success in some way. Like if you were to redirect your energy in that way. And that's something too. Sometimes, like, and I'll tell you this myself, sometimes when I've had like more difficult times, especially like with fighting or something, or somehow, and I guess it's my Mars in the 10th. I don't know if anyone else has Mars in the 10th and has the same kind of occurrence. Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear it. But I've noticed for myself that I tend to be getting a lot done with my work when I'm having some sort of conflict. So it's like Mars, you know, conflict. It's like, I don't fight at work. I never had problems with that. I'm very driven. And yeah, and I do tend to get motivated by problems in my life. So I'll like suddenly get off my ass and start really getting excited when I've got like some sort of chaos or something like that. And it's almost like, here, make sure that you're not like letting any sort of anger control you. Like kind of let it channel into creating like a better situation for you. And I feel like for some of you, if you have had anger as well, it might be that somehow this behind the scenes is actually to motivate you for change. Because I'm telling you, like, a lot of times we're gonna get change in our life through circumstances that are annoying. You know what I mean? It's like we're finally gonna do that thing, or we're gonna move, or we're gonna, you know, do this or that, right? And maybe for some of you with that, be careful to not take risks. Maybe for some of you, it was like a thing where you were not being risky, but now it's just like, F it. I'm done. I'm going to go be risky. I'm going to bring some fun into my life, that sort of thing. And I'm going to get the recognition. And I think you guys will, especially. We also have to pay attention to your health as well. So there might be some health improvements coming up, hopefully, especially if you've been paying attention to that. Behind the scenes, there may be some improvements happening in the health as well. So some of you may be feeling motivated in the near future to kind of, look at that. Maybe take up some sort of new routine or something that focuses on your health. As an example, maybe some of you are going to be getting that gym membership or, that sort of thing. Wow, really like it. And some of you might actually see changes happening. So if you have started, I know I'm like the most, I'm an impatient person myself. And it's like, sometimes it's like, I'll be doing like, the exercise routine. And then you're like, I don't see anything. It's like day 2 and I don't see anything. This sucks. I'm going to the next one. Yeah. It's like, keep doing like what you're doing. Don't change routines. Keep doing what you're doing, planning, like whatever you've been working on. I think that the situation's working in your favor, right? And I feel like, again, if there's been anything that's been irritating to you, it's only to motivate you towards these happy changes and a much more blessed existence. So, wow, I can't wait to see how you guys resonate with this. This is a very interesting reading. I hope to see you all in the next reading. Subscribe if you haven't, if you want to. And I'd love to see you around. Leave a comment down below if you want to as well. It's always helpful for my channel. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And, even if you just say hi or something like that, you don't have to, you tell me what number you picked. But yeah, I'd love to hear it. And oh, by the way, 22, 8, 15. Those are the numbers. Anyway, lots of love to you guys. Have a blessed and beautiful day or night wherever you are. And see you next time. Hello, my friends. So you have chosen Opalite, and let's find out what is coming. What's kind of going to be emerging for you? What's kind of growing behind the scenes that will emerge soon, and you're going to see like sort of the fruit of your labor, or kind of like what's next, essentially, depending on, we'll see what comes through. So I shuffled these cards actually a few days ago. I just haven't had the time to record. We have Wolf Spirit here with family, number 51. Beautiful. Some of you might be very connected to wolves as well. We have communication, St. John's wort. We have exchanging gifts. And we have justice. Okay. I see that there is going to be a more balanced exchange of energy, perhaps with family. I feel like for some of you, this might also be coming into contact with like, a new like spirit family as an example, or for some of you, or this could be an increase in balance. Look at that, like exchanging gifts and justice. They're all kind of about equality, sort of, like give and take or something. It reminds me of. So there might be more fair communication coming in. Again, any sort of things surrounding communication that haven't gone right, I think all of it will be balanced out, nicely. Some of you might actually be in communication right now or soon with like a very equal type of connection. Again, there might be a spirit family kind of vibe there. It's like they're part of your spirit family. Okay, let's see here. Group number 3. Oh, beautiful. I think a lot of you honestly have perhaps a loved one on the other side that really watches out for you. We have spiritual guidance, protection from harm with the angel. I think that wolf spirit, I can't help but say, I think you do have spiritual communications coming through. So maybe you will receive some sort of signs or synchronicities from the other side, especially for those of you that have someone that you love that's passed away. Some of you actually might be getting some sort of gift as well. That's like, it's like unknown to you yet, but like as you're watching this, but you'll be receiving it, I think in the next 2 weeks, I'm saying, for a lot of you, okay? And that's sort of like one good thing that's happening behind the scenes, because you can't see it in the post or you don't know about it yet. Okay. And one more. I feel like one more. So we have, okay, let's see. Yeah, affairs of the family showing up. Again, some sort of things going on behind the scenes with your family. And whatever, it seems like there's some sort of frustration here and lessons to be learned. But I want to say that whatever's kind of currently going on, especially for those of you that are having family troubles, it's clear as day that there's some sort of good news coming this way, some sort of equality, some sort of fairness. So perhaps, you know, if you've had some sort of issues there, it's going to be all balanced out. Again, for some of you, this might be a family member who's having trouble, you know, and maybe there will be that opportunity for some sort of communication in the future where you're able to really get things sorted. We also have the too much concern with sexual matters as well. Dark woman as well. I might try to find out what that's about for some of you. I have a good feeling this won't be for all of you. I mean, maybe there is some sort of sexual matter that somehow takes precedence in terms of like maybe jealousy. Maybe you're walking away from feelings that don't serve you there. Walking into like maybe a calmer space. If you guys have felt kind of preoccupied over a relationship, there might be more balance there, more give and take. And I don't know if that message is just going to resonate with everyone. So if it doesn't, just let it go. But yeah, I do feel like some of you are really moving towards a more peaceful space. Maybe accepting differences between you and another as well. Because we do have the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. And fire and water, you know, not the worst, right? It depends because we always have complicated kind of charts, of course. But it's not always the most compatible. So it might be about... there might be some sort of resolution here, I'm thinking. Why the dark woman, though? What's up with the dark woman in particular? So dark woman can talk about a woman with darker complexion or darker hair. Okay. There actually could be a woman who has some sort of advice about a sexual relationship that might actually have some sharp wisdom to share with you as well. Some sort of good advice regarding some topic. I would pay attention, by the way, if you do notice that someone gives you some sort of advice, like, hey, that person they give me a bad vibe. Some of you, again, this specific message here, but if someone's kind of saying, hey, this person gives me a bad vibe, or I'm not sure about this, listen to them. Because actually, I think that there could be some sort of situation that could become a bit toxic or something like that here with that rabbit card. And maybe there's a woman who has something to say about it. Again, the dark woman, dark hair, dark complexion, or. So yeah, and then let's see what else we have. We have good news coming through too. Okay, so here, let's see. What sort of... perseverance. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. Opportunities. A stranger is about to change your life. Exciting times and plenty of action. Plus a special family reunion looks likely. That's funny. Family. So that's like kind of two things about affairs with the family, things with the family. So I would say that there's actually some sort of possibility. And some of you may be watching and you're like, yeah, my family's far away, or, you know, can you hear the crickets, by the way? I didn't notice them until now. But yeah, you might have like such a thought, but I think that this is something that's being worked behind the scenes. Some sort of reunion or communication between you and the family. Enjoy the limelight. You've earned it, although on the family front, someone's health could cause some secret worries and sleepless nights. That's, again, there could be some sort of focus. Hopefully I wouldn't worry about that too much because the other cards look really positive. Of course, some of you may be worrying about a family member's health matters, certainly. But I would like to say that there could be good news, or somehow things are going okay here. I don't feel like there's a lot of negativity. There's that perseverance, though, as well, seems to bring some sort of good things. And then again, the achievement. Okay. So some of you might have some time in the limelight pretty soon. And then we have romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. So again, for some of you, there could be romance on the horizon. But absolutely, interesting reading. Again, the period of frustration, lessons to be learned. I feel like if you have been going through some sort of frustrations, I think there are some lessons that could be learned here. And it's all kind of for balancing and learning. You know what I mean? I'm going to read the communication card. I just feel like reading it. I did it for group number 1. But I shall do it for you guys. Oh, this deck was from Taylor. Taylor was so sweet. Okay, Taylor's deck. You are being reminded to look after yourself and to listen to your body and inner voice. There may be a conflict that requires more attention from you, and perhaps your voice and point of view needs to be communicated more strongly. This is an opportunity for growth for the physical realization of dreams, and a progression in goals is also available. Speak up, but make sure you are clearly heard, because there is energy around that will disrupt meetings when you communicate. Double check any form of correspondence to ensure it's been received. Interesting. Okay. So what I find really fascinating about that is it's like this is an opportunity for growth. And I saw that as well. There may be a conflict that requires more attention from you and perhaps your voice and point of view. So staying strong in your point of view too. If that's something that is important, I think, in terms of like how this develops, I think it's going to be important for you to speak up, speak loud, speak clearly. You know what I mean? Not yelling at people or anything like that, but standing up for what's right. You know what I mean? And that exchanging gifts really does give me that sort of, I don't know, equality. It's like about being generous, but essentially also accepting it as well. It's sort of like, to me, it reminds me of a give and take. It's the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. And this can be about entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them, yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it, and you have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. And that's all about. And it says here, this is not a time to just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. And so, again, this might be reevaluating. Who do you let in your family? Who do you let in that close circle? What are they communicating? Is it helpful for you? Does it bring growth or does it bring frustration? Does it bring, encouragement or does it bring just a lot of negativity? Right? So some of you might be making some changes in the near future, or maybe you've already been doing it and it's like, good job, because this is something that you were actually even spiritually guided to do, perhaps. Maybe that, people who are like kind of, it feels like there is some sort of spirit coming through telling you that you're protected. So if you've wondered sometimes or prayed or wondered, like, am I doing the right things or what's going on here? I definitely feel some sort of presence coming in and saying, hey, yeah, you're fine. I would say again, I don't know about that rabbit stuff. I think that's almost like a separate message for some of you and maybe not for everyone. But yeah, I feel like there is good news. Let me ask actually a bit more about the good news really, really quickly before I finish up. Good news for group number 3. Kind of like 10 of Swords. Okay, well, the end of a painful situation. The final... I get that. It's a final countdown. Yeah, oh my God. So where you've been hurt, there will be justice served, okay? Where you felt defeated, there should be a balancing out. Yep. Oh yeah. Look at that Knight of Cups. Beautiful. There we go. Some happy, peaceful time. And again, maybe a little bit more alone time, a little bit more introverted time, a little bit more you time as well. Feeling a little bit more happier with yourself after a negative period. There's definitely some sort of improvement coming. And of course, the Nine of Cups can often be about wish fulfillment. So again, it might be some wishes coming true. It might be also recognizing some wishes. But I do feel like there will be some sort of good news coming through in terms of, balancing out some kind of issue here. Whatever has brought you a lot of pain or difficulty or felt kind of stagnant, that sort of thing. Anyway, that is what I've got for those of you that chose group number 3. I really, really hope it was helpful, and I hope you liked it, and I wish you the very, very best. I love if you left a comment down below and let me know what you thought, but otherwise, just have a beautiful and blessed day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen this last group here with the Aura Rose Quartz, this is your reading. So, what is growing on behind the scenes, what's kind of going to be blossoming soon in your life, what's emerging, what sort of success. We're talking about good stuff, okay? So we have got toadstools, growth. Maybe for some of you, it's literal, like there are plants kind of growing all over. And, you know, as somebody who's been cultivating a garden so far this summer, maybe some of you are going to start to see the fruit of your labor in that way, like start to enjoy it. We also have, you know, that possibility for real growth, like where you're, yeah, progress. Come to the edge and Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So definitely we're seeing evidence and progress that you're growing. Okay. So if you have been putting your work into something, I certainly see that you're going to start to see the evidence of that. You're going to be like, okay, I'm starting to see that, you know, I'm getting the signs that I'm actually getting somewhere. Okay, so, you know, if you were like, as an example, you know, maybe wondering if you'll ever get a raise at work, you know, you're like, I've been here for a while. Yeah, you could get that raise or that opportunity for some of you, you know, if you're trying to build maybe something on social media as an example, and you're like posting as an example, and then it's like, boom, you start to see some sort of progress. And come to the edge reminds me a lot of like, this will come suddenly. It'll be like suddenly it's like that one thing that just goes whoop. You know what I mean? Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Beautiful. So again, there's that growth there with the waxing part of it, right? Have faith that your dreams will grow. I feel like a lot of you, and look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Some of you might look toward the next full moon in Sagittarius to see when this might happen. I don't want to say that's the same for a lot of you. I think it's probably about for 25% of you. So, but yeah, we do have a look at the bigger picture though, and I think that's one thing too, is that you're going to start to see a bigger or more clear or more full picture as well emerging. So it's kind of like you're seeing that fruits of, again, the fruits of your labor, because it's like, think about that with the growth in the plants. It's like you kind of plant the little seed, and suddenly it's like I planted this watermelon and I thought, when's it going to grow? And I kept like kind of going out and watering it every day. And I'm like, when's it going to grow? When's it going to grow? When's it going to grow? And then suddenly now it's like getting out of control. And I'm like, what the hell? And it's even got little watermelons on it now. But yeah, it's just like it suddenly happens. And it's like you'll start to see that bigger picture. You know, we have the hat. You'll be playing a different role as well. So I love it because to me in September, so September might be important for some of you in terms of this. I was going to say you'll be playing a different role. I often, when I get this in 6-month readings, it's like somehow you're doing something a bit different. And it could be that you are given some sort of authority, or you're doing something a little bit like differently than you usually do it. This could be, especially if your role is more submissive, it might be that you're engaging in a more outwardly type of behavior or personality. We have the key, successful outcome to your problems. Beautiful. And the birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Again, some of you might be getting pregnant, literally. There could be some sort of conception there. But we also could have the birth of a child coming up soon. And maybe that's what you're growing that's hidden. Ho ho. Watch out for some of you. You know, it happens behind the scenes, and then suddenly you got a positive pregnancy test. But no, and then we have enterprise. So again, for some of you, it's going to be more career oriented, of course. I don't feel like, don't worry, you guys. Like if you're, you know, don't fret about that. If you're the type, it's probably for very few of you. Okay, we have money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. We have seek out information that will help you, and unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Interesting. I want to say that some sort of information could be presented to you in regards to some sort of broken bridge. Because we're talking about the things that are happening behind the scenes. And like what is emerging. What success is emerging. Success. You know, this is unsuccessful. So obviously it kind of, we know it's going to be the opposite because of the way we're phrasing the question, right? I feel like for a lot of you, there might be some sort of news or help that comes out that's going to be really helpful to a place where you feel like that there is something broken. Like you're like, how do I get past this? And again, like I said, some of you are going to leap. Look at that. She's about to leap. And I feel like a lot of you are going to figure out this, how to leap from there to there without rebuilding. It's like you're going to have a jump. That's what I feel. Like a lot of you are having a jump, a boost, maybe some sort of big amount of money for some of you. I mean, I hope and pray for all of you that that's true. I want all your dreams to come true, but I don't know for sure. If I can't promise everybody that that's going to happen, but it could be that there's some sort of money coming through, some sort of winning. I had a client who got this during a 6-month reading, and she won like 1,000 euros, like she was playing. Because I told her, I was like, "You're lucky, go play." And she got back to me after, and she's like, "Holy smokes, I played like because you told me to." And she's like, "I actually won like," because she won like, I think it was like 300, then 200, and so on, so like till she got to like almost 1,000. I think it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, certainly could see that too. And maybe for some of you, this money coming in could make you play a different role. It might be that you have a little bit more option, a little bit more, possibilities. Maybe you can, like, sometimes if you started a business, from like, down here, it's like you get that money and you're like, okay, I can invest in something better, or I can invest in improvements. Some of you might be seeing those type of results. It's like, oh, I can finally afford to get the good camera, or, I can finally, get that bit better machine, or whatever, that sort of thing. For some of you, that might be the case. If you're not in a business or something like that, we might see some other things. Future, you may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. So we see some social opportunities, some invitations perhaps as well. Perhaps new friendships forming. Again, you may travel yourself, or you're going to be talking to maybe more foreign people from overseas. We have love. Love is in the air. Great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. Some of you might see progress in a relationship, by the way. If you're dating someone, maybe it's like you guys are going to be taking it to the next level. Especially if you've kind of wondered, what are we? You might get that answer. You might get that answer, and it'll be positive. No way. Commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. I'm telling you, again, for some of you, the commitment. You're going to see evidence of someone's love and commitment for you, okay? That's another thing I'm seeing coming through. Especially with that Ace of Pentacles. It's like someone's like, here, I'm committed to you. So I want to say that for a lot of you, love life could improve, or you're going to see that maybe someone new coming in that could bring these things for you. That's uncanny, of course. I mean, hello, spirit works through these, but it's just funny when we see like what I'm talking about, and then I'm shuffling and it comes right out. The confirmation. Planning. Interesting. Like when I saw the word planning, a lot of you, if you are planning or wanting to have a baby, yeah, I would say it's going to come, or somehow, I don't know, I just saw that word and I thought about it, planning. Okay, but let's read the actual words. Now is the time to lay down the foundation for your future. Financial gains are more than likely. Yeah, you have money coming in, guys. Like there's some sort of money or increase in finances. I really do feel like that for you guys. There's some sort of progress. Again, would that come to the edge and all that stuff? Like, where was it? There was another one. I just feel like there's this sort of like quick energy about it. And pay attention, like I said, to that. There will be some sort of information that comes through too. That's going to help you kind of jump. And like I said, yeah, it was this one. It was this. Yes, exactly. Broken bridge and come to the edge. These cards make me think of like somehow it's like sudden that this happens. Like these sort of improvements, success, it's going to be like bam, like it's just coming. Like that sort of thing. It's like sudden progress. Again, maybe new business or project ideas as well. And again, success will come to your problems. Bam, you'll get the key, you'll get the information, absolutely, to kind of see the bigger picture, understand how to kind of get past it. It's kind of like, when you're in a video game and you get to the part and you're like, dude, I do not know how to like pass this. It's like someone's like, oh man, you got to do this thing. They give you the information. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm finally past this thing I've been stuck on for forever. This level or, this section of the game. High five to all the gamers out there. But, yeah, so that's what I'm really feeling here. And like I said, money and growth coming in. And some of you might actually be able, like even the arrow on that moon, the full moon in Sagittarius card makes me think that some of you are really shooting for big things. And you've got the aim. And it's going to happen. So, and it's like having faith is a big thing. And again, just a period of growth with a waxing crescent. Like just growth coming. So, oh yeah, I love it. Let me see. Anything else? Anything else here before I sign off? group number 4 in terms of success behind the scenes. Yeah, your patience, your effort, your perseverance, it will be rewarded. The faith that you show, and as much as you put your heart into it too. I think your heart and wearing your heart on the sleeve and doing things of the heart is really going to serve you well during this time as well. So just focus on the things that really do pertain to your happiness and make you feel joyful and stable. But I just feel like there's this really good, strong period coming in your life where you're feeling more secure than ever and just more full of joy and hope and optimism. That's a big thing, especially if you've been feeling like kind of like not optimistic, you've been feeling a little bit meh, you know, we're going to see a change there, okay? Absolutely. And then I'm going to go ahead and read this progress card because I did oh my God, I opened it up right to the right page. I love when I do that. It's time for you to take responsibility. It may also be a period of hard work. Dedication is needed at the moment, or an increase in your commitment. You're being told that you are on the right path and doing things the right way. Go with the tried and tested way rather than changing plans or approaches. Be very careful with promises and commitments you might be asked to make at the moment, and be sure that you can keep them. Make sure you complete any tasks or assignments you are involved with. Interesting. So, yeah, I want to say, of course, there's that advice there to make sure you do that. Stick to the plan. Try to keep up with your promises, your commitments as much as possible. But again, this is about dedication and commitment. And for some of you, it might be that you're really committing to a dream too. If it's not in your love life, that commitment really could be in other efforts. But again, your commitments will be rewarded. So where you show commitment, you're going to get rewarded, whether it's to a certain person or a relationship, or, you know, maybe it's your boss you show the commitment to. You know, these sorts of things you're going to find that, you know, it is rewarded. It is recognized in some way. And again, I do feel some sort of money coming your way for a lot of you. So, like I said, always a decent plan with this card comes out to, you know, take a little gamble. But yeah, I've heard that actually that if you're in the US, I don't know when I'll post this for sure, but I know on Tuesday they were saying that I want to say it's a Mega Millions game is like to $500 million or something like that. Crazy. What the heck? Someone's going to get really rich off of that. But yeah, any sort of disruptions too that seem like, I feel like there's a lot of abruptness here, okay? Maybe abrupt things happening, but just understand that it's all for like a higher purpose. It's all for growth and progress, okay? And that's kind of what's really coming through here. But I wish you the very, very best, guys. I hope that this reading found you happy and blessed. I hope that it brought some sort of insight. I'd love to hear from you, of course, in the comments below. But I'm glad to be back on my channel. I've missed you guys, man. I'm gonna hopefully get my shit together and be more active and try to be a more positive I've had a difficult few years. So, you know, it just seems like it's been one death after another, and it's just been a little bit rough for me. But you know what? Lisa's not gonna let it get her down. She's gonna try harder. Yeah. So anyway, I hope that you all are doing well. Big hug, and I'll see y'all next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.